two videos out in one day. Now, this is about Warner Brothers and if they're done with physical media. By the way, I do have a Mickey Mouse shirt on from Walt Disney World, so yeah, I'm talking about Warner Brothers while wearing this. So, this is basically about a rumor that started yesterday that apparently physical media at Warner Brothers is ending. This started with an animation historian saying that there's currently no plans for Warner Brothers to release certain anniversary cartoons on DVD and Blu-ray like they have done in the past, and that from 2022 onward, there's no plans to release movies and shows on DVD and Blu-ray. That their main focus is on streaming. Now, I believe there's a focus on streaming. A lot of this stuff is on HBO Max, a lot of DC movies, a lot of classic cartoons, a lot of classic Warner Brothers movies. But I do more research, and apparently, this is part of a joint venture with Universal where they're going to be distributing movies together starting in 2022. Actually, I think it's the company has started, but they're still beginning. So basically, part of this joint venture is that in certain countries, Warner Bros. Is going to release Universal movies, and in some other countries, Universal will be releasing Warner Bros. Movies on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. So, as someone that collects physical media, films like Harry Potter, The Dark Knight, and Space Jam, and other recent Warner Bros. Movies like The Joker and Tenet, I was kind of concerned because I like collecting physical media. I like to have a movie that I can watch anytime I want. Also, a show, although I only have a few shows on DVD. But, same thing with that. If I really, really like the show, I'll buy it on DVD. But, anyways, I like to have it there because the downward thing with streaming is that sometimes that movie, unless it's owned by the studio, and even then that's not a guarantee, it's only on there for like a few months or so, and you don't know when it's going to come back. And I noticed that's also a problem with HBO Max. HBO Max has a lot of Warner Brothers stuff, but even though I didn't have HBO Max when it first came out, I remember people were complaining after the first couple months that the Harry Potter films, which are big for Warner Bros., I'm a big Harry Potter fan, were leaving HBO Max. And I found that puzzling because the Harry Potter movies are still popular. They made a lot of money when they came out, so why would you take them off when that's a big draw to your streaming service already? And I know there were people that were in an uproar, animation fans, that classic animation like Scooby-Doo and Looney Tunes were almost going to be gone from HBO Max, but then they decided not to take them off, which makes sense because you got Space Jam's A New Legacy coming out, which is going to have a lot of those characters, primarily the Looney Tunes. So why would you do that and potentially lose subscribers? That's good build-up for the movie. Now, this also gave a lot of fear to people who like collecting physical media that physical media is dying. Now, what do I think about this? I feel like on one hand, physical media is still strong. I sometimes notice when I'm in Target or Best Buy that a lot of DVDs and 4Ks and Blu-rays are sold out. But on the other hand, I noticed in the past year, especially with my local Target, that there's less shelves that have DVDs. Now, I did go to a Walmart a few months ago. They still have plenty of DVDs, 4Ks, and Blu-rays. I think they actually have more DVDs than Blu-rays. But I noticed they sell it a lot, so maybe it depends on the store, the brand. But there is that fear that physical media is dying out. And I think a lot of people assume that when they hear Warner Brothers is going to be done starting in 2022 with making physical media or distributing physical media, that causes a lot of panic to a lot of the diehards out there. But no, it just seems like this is part of this venture that they're doing with Universal. Now, Warner Bros. Hasn't really confirmed anything about this, but we've known since last year in 2020 that they're planning on doing this, Universal and Warner Brothers, which I think makes sense, especially at a time where, Disney's basically buying everything and they're distributing the stuff that they're buying. They're distributing Fox movies, they're distributing, Marvel movies, Star Wars movies. So obviously, this might be beneficial for both companies because they're basically the next big thing after Disney as far as movie studios go. And I'm pretty sure that in other countries where there's no streaming services, physical media is still popular. I know a lot of countries still don't have HBO Max yet, and that's why Zack Snyder's Justice League was released on VOD in those countries. So it seems like this is only beneficial, this joint venture. If that's the reason why, I think it is. So I'm not going to hit the panic button yet. I don't think we should. I just think there's just a lack of details going into this. But yeah, I understand why some people who love collecting physical media are in a frenzy about this, especially when Warner Brothers is still going to give us great movies. But I'm not going to hit the panic button just yet. I'm just curious, like, how this distribution is going to work. Are we still going to have the Warner Brothers logo, like, right here? It's a little small. Are we still going to have that on Warner Brothers movies? Are we going to have the Universal logo on Universal movies, like any of the Fast and Furious or Jurassic Park DVDs that will start to get distributed after this deal is made? Or it actually was made, but they haven't been selling those movies, I think, yet. Like, apparently, like, this has been slow running for them, and I think part of the reason why is because of the pandemic. But, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens in 2022 as far as maybe why they're not talking about these anniversary DVDs, because apparently, like he was saying, the historian that said that Warner Brothers hasn't been talking about releasing anything about, Daffy and Tweety's anniversaries coming up. Maybe it's because the joint venture might be distributing them. I don't know who's running the joint venture. But yeah, like I said, this might be a nothing burger. Or maybe physical media is ending for Warner Brothers. But it doesn't seem that way, especially when last year they announced that they're going to be working together with Universal to distribute movies. So don't hit the panic button yet, physical media collectors. It looks like Warner Brothers movies are still safe for now. Anyways, those are my thoughts on this whole thing. Does anyone think physical media is dying out? I guess it seems like a mixed bag with that. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Please share this with someone that has an interest in physical media, that is wondering what's going on if they've heard these rumors already. And hope to see you guys real soon. Take care, everyone.